How to use the Ethogen Lab. Greetings, budding ethogenist. Let us take you through the basics of using the Ethogen Lab. Firstly, you are hopefully using your Earth-based browser called Chrome, with the MetaMask extension installed and working. We shall not insult your intelligence, and will assume you can find instructions on how to accomplish this on your Earth's internet. Let's start off, as is customary on your planet, at the top. The navigation bar at the top will let you jump to the section of the lab you are currently interested in exploring. They all reside on the same page, so scrolling down is equally effective. Let's look closer at a few of the elements in the top section. This is the Connect MetaMask button. If it displays these words, it means you are not currently connected and should press it to continue your journey. You'll know when you're connected when the text inside displays a shortened version of your ETH address. The Approve SIC Spending button will trigger a MetaMask transaction that will let you approve the lab to spend your SIC. You may customize the amount to whatever you wish. This step is necessary in order to use any of the lab functions that utilize the Cryptagion token, or SIC. This section displays your ethogenist stats, which are your personal level and XP. These are tied to your currently connected ETH address. You gain ethogenist XP with most actions performed in the lab. You can also send some SIC, up to the approved amount, to instantly gain some XP. You can use the slider left and right, and when happy with the amount of SIC to send, press the Send SIC for XP button. The level is determined by the amount of XP you have, and comes with a title and other perks. Below this, you will also notice the text SIC, followed by a number. This is the balance of SIC in your currently connected ETH address. Ethogen Management. Directly below is the main Ethogen Management section. It is divided into 3 columns, left, middle and right. Let's explore what each of these columns contains. Left column. The first thing at the top is the picture of the currently selected Ethogen. If none are selected, then a placeholder telling you to select an Ethogen from your wallet is displayed instead. Incubate. The 3 buttons, Basic, Auxiliary and Hyper, correspond to the 3 incubators every ethogenist has at their disposal. Press one of these with an Ethogen selected to place the Ethogen in that incubator. You may put the same Ethogen in multiple incubators to speed up incubation. More details will be explained in the incubator section below. Boost Stats. There are 4 sliders with corresponding buttons that will allow you to boost that stat of the selected Ethogen. The boosted stat is a permanent buff, which will be displayed in the Boost column of the main stats in the middle column. This requires SIC spending to be approved in the top section for the amount of SIC you wish to boost the desired stat with. Maximum is 255. Change mutations. The button Remutate will do exactly what it says. For the amount of SIC below the button, the selected Ethogen will have their mutations reset and randomly regenerated, on-chain. Again, this requires SIC spending to be approved in the top section. Middle column. When an Ethogen is selected, this column is populated with all the data, held on-chain for that Ethogen. This data contains Unique ID. This is the unique identifier which identifies this specific Ethogen from any other. Name. The nickname of this type of Ethogen. Rarity. The rarity of this Ethogen. From greatest supply to fewest, they are common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Class. There are 6 classes of Ethogens: bacteria, virus, parasite, fungus, cybernetic, and ethereal. Infection vector. This is the preferred method that the Ethogen uses to infect its victims. They include waterborne, airborne, bloodborne, STI, ingestible, and spiritual. Level and XP. Ethogens level up by spending time in incubators. The maximum XP an ethogen can obtain is 32,000. This translates to a maximum level of 100. The level of an ethogen determines its modified stats. Infection rate, the rate of how quickly it spreads to hosts. Mortality rate, the likelihood of a host dying after contracting this ethogen. Resistance, rating of resistance to medicines like antibiotics. Stealth, how easy the ethogen is to detect within a host using various tests. Base, mod and boost stats. Base, the stats which are static and are printed on the cards, increased with rarity. Modified or mod, these stats increase with the ethogen's XP and level increasing. Boost, these can be increased permanently by donating sick through the Ethogen Lab. Mutations, randomly generated number which often represents one or more mutation traits unique to this ethogen. Change via the lab if you want to try for different mutations. Battle traits, random number determining which class this ethogen is strong against and which it is weak against. This is immutable once minted. Specials, this number determines if this ethogen has any special abilities which can be used in competitive play. This is also immutable once minted. Right column, this is your ethogen wallet. It shows all of the owned ethogens by the current ETH address connected. It also allows you to select the ethogen you want to examine closer or take actions upon. Incubators. Each ethogenist has access to 3 incubators. They can be filled with ethogens in the section above and will keep these ethogens until the Stop Incubating button is pressed. If an incubator is full, you will see the picture, ID and starting date, and an estimate of XP earned of the ethogen currently inhabiting it. The amount of time spent in the incubator determines how much XP has been earned, but the XP will only be added when you stop incubating an ethogen which you currently own. Therefore, if you trade an ethogen whilst it is incubating, and then proceed to stop the incubation when it is not owned by you, it will not gain the XP it would have. The basic incubates at the normal rate, while the hyper incubator is 3 times the speed of the basic incubator. The auxiliary incubator is the same speed as the basic, however, it unlocks after the ethogenist reaches level 50. Get packs. This is the section from which you can mint packs of ethogens. They are tiered based on the amount of ETH you wish to donate. These amounts will not be displayed unless you have your MetaMask connected. Note on high gas fees. Most packs will mint 2 to 3 ethogens, increase your ethogenist XP, and airdrop you some free bonus sick. This is why the gas is higher than when you mint a single NFT on another platform. Ethogen availability. This section tells you how many of the ethogens of each rarity are still available to be minted. When the supply reaches 0, no more of that type of ethogen at that rarity will ever be minted. We hope that this tutorial is a good starting point to get your ethogenist juices flowing. If you have any further questions, check out our FAQ or reach out to us on any of our social media pages.